video is designed to be a post-endurance event cool down. And this isn't just for like a race or something like that. It's for every day. Too many people who are endurance athletes go out, they do the deal, whether it's running, biking, swimming, hiking, rowing, whatever it is that you do, and then you just get back in the car and you go about your day. And you've skipped the spot of cooling your body down and moving your body through range of motion. Endurance athletes usually don't go through full range of motion of their joints because they have a repetitive motion of the same thing. Running is this, cycling is this, swimming, your shoulders move, but your legs and hips aren't moving. So this is designed to get you through full range of motion of your joints after a practice or an event. You can do this at your tailgate. You don't have to have any tools. It's just going to be a little stretching thing. So you're going to first, whenever you do your event, you want to give yourself some cool down time of the same event or the same mode, but of a lower intensity. So if I had run, I might choose to walk for a minute or two. If I have gone for a big mountain bike ride, I'll choose a flat and just an easy pace to spin my legs out. But again, you want to do that to kind of down regulate the system and slowly cool your body down. And then you'll go into this, and you can decide, at least give yourself 90 seconds or a minute to 90 seconds at each of these. But if you can give yourself a little bit more, that's great. There's not that many of them. You're going to start, you can hold on to, I'm in a gym, but you can use your car door, you can use your tailgate, whatever you've got, and you're going to do some Hawaiian squat flosses. So your ankle is going to be on your opposite knee. You're going to flex your toes up towards your shin, and then you're just going to sit yourself into a bit of a squat. As you do this, you're trying to keep your lower leg as perpendicular to the floor as you can, and then stand back up out of it. When you're down here, you might give yourself a little bit of activity where you're trying to push a little bit lower into it, actively push, and then back off of it, actively push and back off into it. And you're going to do both legs for, again, 60 seconds at the very least, but if you can give yourself 90 seconds to 2 minutes. And while you do that, just hit pause on this video and then hit play when you're ready to go into the next thing. The next thing we're going to do is just going to be a standing quad stretch. So you're going to actively grab a hold of your laces, holding on to something for balance. Balance should not be a determining factor on this. You're going to pull your heel to your glute. You're going to keep your knees in together, and then you're actively, this is a really important part of it, you're actively going to squeeze your glutes so that your hips go forward. We don't want to be in this position. This isn't doing anything for my quads. I want to squeeze my glute, and so I'll feel a stretch in that quad. You can choose to hold this and just breathe, or you can choose to actively pull your heel towards your butt, push, push, push into that stretch for like 5 seconds or so, and then back off a little bit. And you'll do that for like 5 seconds pushing into it and 10 seconds backing off. And you'll do that again on both legs. The next thing that you're gonna do is just gonna be a forward fold. So you're gonna make sure that you're organized. From here, you're going to just let yourself hinge forward, shooting your hips back. You're going to feel a good hamstring stretch. If your back is flat and you can get all the way down, awesome, but not necessary. If you want to round your back a little bit, that's okay. You want to feel those hamstrings. And from here, you're going to grab a hold of your elbows, and I want you to just nice and gently roll side to side a little bit. Again, if you're a little bit more flat back, that's fine. You might let your knee soften as you rotate away from it. We want to feel this in our hamstrings. Again, from here, we're going to grab a hold of our ankles, and I want you to actively pull your nose between your knees, feeling that stretch. If you can't grab your ankles, grab behind your knees or onto your calves, and then back up out of it with a good flat back. Again, you're going to pull yourself into it, feel the stretch in your hamstrings, and then back up out of it. And again, you're going to give me that for about 1 minute to 2 minutes there. The next thing you're going to do, I find the easiest way to do this when I'm out on the trail is going to be on my tire. So you'll put your toes up the side of your tire, holding onto your car wherever you're at, or if you have a fence post somewhere. From here, you're going to squeeze your glutes to push your hips forward, and I want you to push your hips in towards that fence post or into your car, and then drop back out. Come into that again, feel your calf stretch. You might choose here to just hold it and actively push into it, or you might choose to floss in and out of it, or a little combination of both. But again, you're going to give yourself 60 seconds to 2 minutes on each side there. The next thing we're going to do is just going to be a basic chest opener, holding on to the side of your car, your truck, a fence post, a tree, whatever you've got there. You're going to have your thumb pointed up towards the sky, and you're just going to rotate away from that to feel yourself open up your chest. If you have nothing around you that you can hold on to, you certainly can just interlace your fingers behind you, roll your shoulders back, and try to lift. But don't do it with an arched back. Squeeze your buns and try to move from the shoulder joint. So again, if you're doing this on here, you can choose to just hold it, or you can push into it for like 5 seconds and then back off of it. Actively push into it for 5 seconds and then back off of it for 5 to 10 seconds. And you're gonna do that on both sides for, again, 60 to 60 seconds to a minute. And the final thing that you're gonna do, you're gonna bring one arm up overhead. You're gonna grab the nape of your neck, grab a hold of your elbow with the opposite hand, and from here you're gonna pull that elbow in towards kind of behind your head. Try not to crane your neck down. And I want you to just lean away from that side. So you'll feel a big stretch in your tricep and your lat into that side body by your rib cage and your intercostals. And then you're gonna, again, hold that for 60 seconds to 2 minutes. Do the same thing on the other side. You might choose from here again to, as you kind of push into the elbow a little bit to feel some resistance, and then back off of it. And when you're doing that kind of push-pull thing where you're pushing into it, it's about 5 seconds into it and about 10 seconds off. So again, you guys, make sure as an endurance athlete, or if you're not an endurance athlete and you just went and did an endurance adventure, make sure to move yourself through full range of motion. That was very basic. We did quads, knees, some hips, our back, and our upper body a little bit. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure that you hit full range of motion after everything that you do.